Okay. I don't know when the stream died, but I just noticed it, so I'm back. I guess. I'll play this for a little while longer, then I'll switch. Thank you, Alberto.
いや、悪い、なんでもない。妹にちょっと似てたんだな。
Okay. Sorry, I'm having a discussion with somebody. Don't worry about it. Whew. That was awesome. Okay. Code 3. Lisa Yoi. So, would you... Yeah, you really like Izayori, don't you, Alberto?
プラチナルーツリバー3アクション魂が消えかかっている。だけどごめんなさい、私にはどうすることもできないの。
Alright, run it back. Oh yeah, there's another thing that I wanted to mention. I actually want to look at Sailor Moon, because when I looked at Anime House 6, they had Sailor Moon in there, and I was just like, you know what? I never watched it, and I kind of wanted to watch it, but I just never did as a kid. But I kind of want to look at it. But the way that RDC had disrespected Sailor Moon, like, it was funny, but then I was just like there's just no way. There's no way that she could be weak. And I don't think that she is. And I asked a couple of people about it, and yeah, they were like, no, she's actually pretty damn strong. They're like, yeah, I thought so. But yeah, I want to see for myself how strong she is. She even had a line where she said that she would beat Goku's ass, and I believed it. I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't doubt that to be true. Like, whatever she has to do in order to, power herself up, which is, I'm pretty sure transforming and everything, but I'm pretty sure that she could do that. Of course, now everybody likes to meme like, oh, but can he beat Goku? And it's like, well, Goku ain't the only powerful main character.
ですか。自信ないけど。The wheel of fate is turning. Level 1 action. 努力は大事です。プラチナ。
From what I've heard from my sister, she's pretty powerful. Yeah, I can believe that.
Action.
Not super strong like some main protagonists, but she can handle herself. Okay.
それが封印。
I'll try to check it out and I'll see for myself.
The wheel of fate is turning. Level 1 action.
So Alberto, so if she played this game, you think she would probably play Platinum? Yeah, probably. Hey, when's the last time she watched the stream? Oh, she got me. That bubble was a good way to seal the deal. That was during Genshin's, since that's when she only pops in when she hears the sound effects. Oh, damn. That's like, you know somebody's addicted if they recognize something just based on sound effects. I told her to get off the game sometime, and yeah, that's a solid no. I might like this one the most. Yeah, color 4 looks good.
違う。落ち着け。
今殺してほしいのか。The Wheel of Fate is time. リベワンアクション。よし。完全暗い。落ち来るが死ぬのよ。こっち。こっちだ。こっち。見える。苦しい。こっち。無礼な行くぞ。こっち。あだき死ぬのか。死ぬのよ。ここ任せて。なんだよ。死ぬのこっち。身の程を知らなかった。それだけで済む。
Speaking of Genshin is getting an anime? Oh, that's great. I'm not even doing anything special with her, and she just does so much damage. Yeah, this is definitely a top tier character for sure.
せるでないいざなら見よこれもエンブリオの影響か忌々しいその名で世を呼ぶでない
So Naruto said Saya. So I wonder, is this his sister? I want to look into the lore.
Saya. 違う。落ち着け。
世に殺してほしいのか The Wheel of Fate is turning リベワンアクション来るなよ死ぬなよこっちだ油断するなよ甘い甘いこっちだ見えてるぞ楽しませよ楽しま上がって死ぬなよこっちだ楽しま軽い見えてるぞ死ぬなよ死ぬなよ軽い砕け死ぬなよ落ち砕け痛えだろ
Oh yeah?
歌方の夢と知る
Good old stop in time. Nice and cheap. Now usually, I don't play top tier characters. Yeah, I don't think I play top tier characters that often. Not because I'm trying to avoid doing it, but it's just like the characters I happen to play, they don't happen to be top tier. So, but her, I think I like her. She's really cool. Oh. Oh! He had swayed that? That was nice. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I had missed something before. Oh, okay, okay. But yeah, it is pretty cool that Genshin is getting an anime, though. I don't have it installed on my PS4 right now. I don't know, it's just, whenever I've played it, you know, I would go around and I would enjoy doing things. You know, that'd be cool. But then just like, I don't know. It's just not one of those types of games where I get, you know, really psyched up to play it. You know, and plus I know, like, for Genshin, you have to play, hell, basically all the time if you want to make a lot of progress at once. And I can't see myself playing Genshin for a whole day. I'm just being honest, like, playing that for a whole day, I don't know about that. You know, it's cool and everything, but yeah. It's fun for once in a while, yeah. Yeah, some people play it every day. I don't know if I could do that. Initially, I was thinking I was going to try to play a little bit of it every day, but that didn't end up happening. You know, it just fell out of the rotation, so I was just playing other stuff. This one looks nice. Maybe I'll go with this one. I don't know. The white, huh? See, that's her regular. That's her default color, and then there's this one. And there's this one as well. And I like 8. I also like 6. I think 6 is the one I was picking. 8 is cool too. I also like 9. But I don't know, for this one, yeah, let's go with this. Yeah, stick with 6. Naruto again? Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, Alberto. Another thing. So, you know how many times I had I made a lobby, you know, for Smash, and there would be nobody around except you. You know, and sometimes Daniel, of course. You know, Daniel might join just to watch. You know, or I might help her to train a little bit or something, but she don't really play Smash like that. But remember all the times I would make a lobby and nobody would be around? So, guess what? Recently, when I've been like playing games on the Switch, I've been seeing motherfuckers that claim they couldn't play, and I've been seeing them on Smash. Now I don't have Smash installed, but I'm talking about like I can see them, I can see what their game, you know, what the game is. Yeah, and they playing Smash. It's like, you fucking two-faced motherfuckers. Yeah, and I hate two-faced people. Like, just the fact that all the different times that I've, you know, either asked people to play or I've had an arena up, nobody wants to come through. But now that I'm not even playing it anymore, now I'm starting to see everybody that fucking wants to play it, apparently. You know, apparently they want to play Smash. Oh, here we go. See, I like Celica. As far as puppet characters go, she's simple enough for me to use. You know, I don't have to... See, and I like puppet characters, but just like, I couldn't main one. I really don't think I will be able to main a puppet character except her. Because she's simple to play.
The wheel of fate is turning. Ready, 1, action.
Damn. Wait. Can she... Hold up. There we go. Okay. See? She's a simple puppet character. I like that. That happened a lot to me when I asked someone if they wanted to play something and they say they're busy, but legit 1 minute later they hop onto a game I asked to play. Yep. That just happened to me a lot too. Bro. You know, let me make a list of all the characters that I want to play for BLAZBLUE. There's already a few that I have established. So let's see, let's make a list. I guess I'll post it in Game in General. So let's see. But yeah, like, but to continue what you were talking about, yeah, same things happen to me, and like, there's people that play like Apex, for instance. Yeah, ask them to play. They say that they busy or they got some shit going on, but then later on, or or even like a day or two later or some shit like that, I see them on Apex. I'm like, didn't I just ask you to play the other day? And it's just like, if you really were interested in playing, but you were just busy, then you would at least tell me. It's like, hey bro, I'm on Apex now, you want to hop on? But no, I don't get that. I don't get that. They just apparently forget I exist. And that's been a problem for a long time. But that's the way people do me, though. Yeah, I got all these fucking games, but nobody wants to play. Daniel plays with me a lot. We play a lot of different games together. And shoot, and you of course, because yeah, we play a lot of stuff. Smash, SMT, Persona, Demo, all that stuff. When hell, we also play Apex a few times too. I mean, I really do try. I try to be nice to people. And I try to give them the benefit of the doubt, but just a lot of times they don't P5S from start to finish. Oh yeah, absolutely. I would have finished it a lot earlier if if I had a way to stream it on my PC or whatever, but I can't do it. Yeah, I just can't do it on there. And then plus the whole business with my capture card acting funny. I'm pretty sure it's probably because of the SD card. Maybe there's something wrong with the formatting or something, and then that's what caused the little error that I was having. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now because that was very frustrating. Because I was at least gonna record the gameplay and then just upload the video. That would have been another alternative instead of just like straight up streaming it. But yeah, I couldn't do that, so I was like, well, fuck, I can't do anything now. I'm just gonna have to just play through the game. So yeah, I wish that y'all could have seen like like the final moments that I was having, but oh well. That's how it goes whenever you stream certain games. Hell, I can't even stream Danganronpa V3. I can only stream the first chapter, which when you already know, I went through the whole game. I went through the whole game, since since I couldn't do anything with that. I was like, well, let me just play through it, and it was incredible. It was a hell of a lot of twists and turns. I can tell you were hyped when everyone was playable. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I fucking love that. Then I had to set up my final teams and everything, depending on the the orbs that were around. I was like, okay, So I'm going to need, you know, Ryuji here, going to need Yusuke here, and all of that. Yeah. And then I had Joker by himself against, you know, against the final boss, and I was like, yep, this is perfect. Yep. Yeah, I had to do solo Joker. It just felt right. And it's like, well, I mean, if his team are going to be doing all the support, and then it's like, okay, yeah, let me just have all of them take out the orbs, and then, yeah, Joker, he'll be able to handle the rest. He got it. Yeah, it's a real shame that people they just don't want to really, they don't want to really connect with anybody, and a lot of it is a result of the way society is now. People they're just more divided than ever. They don't care. They care about themselves, and they care about people that are famous, at least at this particular point in time. But if anybody falls off, the only people that are actually going to be there are the ones that actually do care about them. Now, you can argue that it's been that way for a long time, but, and, you know, that is true, but it's gotten significantly worse now. You know, it's to the point where, if you're not a content creator, or if you're not a person with any sort of clout, then, you know, then nothing that you say actually matters. You know, that's why doing this whole Twitch thing for me, well, Twitch and YouTube, kind of, but that's why doing this thing is kind of discouraging, because it's like, you know, I'm trying to build a community just, you know, just for fun, and have people to talk to, you know, play games with and all that shit. I'm trying to do it, but nobody cares. That's why some days, hell, when I say that I'm going to play another game after a certain one, you know, after I get off stream, I'll just say, like, you know what, fuck it, let me just play stuff on the Switch. Yeah, because at that point, it's just like, well, now let me do something for me instead. Like fuck everybody else. Let me just play like Monster Hunter or Splatoon or some shit. Because hell, I would feel better doing that than streaming and knowing that nobody's going to fucking show up except 2 people. And if those 2 people aren't available, then I'm just playing games by myself. Which, I don't have any problem with that. But if it's stuff that I specifically stream so that I can like chat with people about it, you know, like certain RPGs like Scarlet Nexus and Tales of Arise and shit, if nobody's around for that, then, well, shit, what do I do? Do I just fucking stream anyway and just tell y'all to watch or buy it? I don't necessarily want to do that, because it's like, well, I want y'all to experience it at the same time. And even though y'all told me I can just go ahead and stream and y'all can just watch it later, still, I like to, you know, it's a matter of like respecting people's time. So it's just like, you know, if you show up and you watch, then you don't have to worry about taking like hours out of your day later or at some other point in order to catch up. That's my thing. So that's why I like, you know, streaming when y'all are around. That way, you know, that way everybody's on the same page. Now sometimes I might just go ahead and stream something, especially if it's something like, you know, like a fighting game or where, you know, y'all can easily watch that later, you know, because you're not missing anything. Yeah, you're not missing anything by playing like fighting games. But if I'm doing an RPG, then, well, it's gonna be tough to catch back up on that. You know, and then of course, you know, y'all also had the option to not watch the VODs at all. But, well, you and Daniel at least, I know y'all watch certain ones if you want to, you know, catch back up on the story. You know, and I'm not asking everybody to watch the VODs anyway. You know, they're there so I can have a record of everything. And plus, I think I do want to like upload my stuff onto YouTube. it's gonna be a lot of work doing that. But if I can export my videos over to YouTube, that would be great. And then like another thing, I don't know. I've been hearing a lot of talk of Twitch is going to be declining and it might not be around anymore. And everybody should switch to YouTube and shit like that. I've been hearing all of that type of discourse, and I don't know. It might happen. I don't know. I don't know if it is or not, but right now I'm gonna be on here. So that's like 400 VODs to do if Twitch didn't get rid of them. Well, actually it's way more than that. It's way more than 400. I got 1,400 and something. Yeah, yeah, a lot of streams. I mean, I have to double check the number, and if it's different from that, then it would suck if they were being deleted. But let me check. Let me see how many there are. Oh no, okay. It's 1,430 right now. So yeah, all the ones I converted into highlights, yeah, they're still there. So that's good. But yeah, that's a lot of streams. So if I can pick a day where I can upload at least like a couple of them, just do like a couple a day or something like that. Hell, or if I have a lot of time to do it, then hey, I can upload up to like 10 or 20 or some shit like that. If I do that, like if I can do a little bit of that at like certain days, then I can get everything uploaded on YouTube. That way at least there'll be more eyes on it. So maybe that could direct traffic over to my Twitch. So that would be cool. Uploading so many takes a lot of work. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a very daunting task, but I'll try to do a little bit at a time. That's the only way it's going to get done anyway. To upload when you're doing stuff on your own, like be on your Switch. Yeah, I could probably do that. Well, one of the things that makes it more difficult is that I'm gonna have to, like, whenever you have Twitch VODs, like it shows like a list. It shows like a list of them, but it's like 1 through 20, and you have to keep pressing an arrow in order to go to like the next 20, and then the next 20. So you can imagine, just even doing that to get to the oldest VOD, that's gonna be a job in and of itself. Cause it's like, well, shit, I'm gonna have to get all the way to the end, and then I'm gonna have to start uploading. Cause I don't think there's a way to automatically get to the oldest one. I have to double check and see if there's like a way to search. Let me see. Doesn't look like it. I got like 37 videos that are expiring, but I'm pretty sure I've converted all of those into highlights already. So I'm good there. Let's see. Code Soul Hacker, Pray for the Polar Bear, Time Spin Dash. Yep, I already made those into highlights. So I'm good on those. Let's see. Multi-Garudine. Yeah, I got that. Iron Fist Gatling Gun. Multi-fig bear. What, fig bars? Yep, got that. Okay, I don't think I have near. Do I have near? Oh wait, no, I do. I got near duplicate. So I got that. Star Wars, got that. Got Death's Gambit. Got Dragon's Dogma. Okay, so I just gotta convert today's stuff, which will be yeah, the Rumbleverse, Tomb Raider, and well, BLAZBLUE. Now I think after this I'll probably play like one more game. Sometimes Switch decides to fail on you and you start on your first VOD. Oh, huh. Well, hell, I would like it if I can get to the first VOD. Which I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but I don't have like every single stream that I've ever done. I don't have every single one. You know, because you know, in the beginning I had to figure out like, oh, I have to convert things into highlights, and stuff was expiring, and I didn't know what to do about it. So I lost like, you know, a few streams, but I don't think I really lost anything major. So it's all good. Wait, what? Hey, what happened to your mod? Wait, what? Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, it disappeared for that previous message. Yeah, it was weird. Now, what would I... Let's see. What was the color that I liked from Maya? Was it this one? Might be this one. Hold up, let me see. Okay. 3 looks nice. 7 looks pretty nice. 8 doesn't suit her. 9 is interesting. 10. Ah. Wait. 10 might be the one. 12 is interesting too. I think I would probably go with 10. Or 3. I like the blue for this one. I've been thinking on picking up P4AU when I get a PlayStation as my first fighting game on there. Okay. Yeah, that'd be great. I can have somebody to play with. I mean, hell, I have somebody that's in the server, like, he has it, but I've only played against them once. And it was with his friend. Hell, he hasn't even fucking talked to me in a long time. Damn, this one looks kind of nice too. Okay, yeah, Maya has some really nice colors. Let's just put it like that. She has some really nice colors. Yeah, cause this one looks good. I can even practice on the go with my Switch. Yeah, you certainly could. I think I'll go with 3. Yeah. But yeah, man, I've just been thinking about different things, you know, as far as like my Twitch and whatnot, you know, and just dealing with people. So I'm gonna keep doing my thing, but you know, it just sometimes it's hard. Yeah, that's why I've been playing stuff on the Switch more often. You know, and Monster Hunter and Splatoon and stuff, like those are good games to play when, you know, you just don't want to really worry about too much or anything. Just want to focus on like, yeah, let me just play this and just unwind. Well, even though people on Splatoon can be some fucking hoes. I ain't gonna lie about that. People on Splatoon can be some fucking hoes. I'm just saying that right now. But even so, it's still fun. Oh, are you serious? Ain't you gonna walk away like? I hate the AI so much. Oh yeah, Alberto. Okay, so there's another thing that I was thinking about. It has to do with Monster Hunter. Well, Monster Hunter and weapons in general. Okay, so I was looking at all the different weapon types, right? And I was looking at Insect Blade. Now I've used Insect Blade a lot of times back when it first came out in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, which is my favorite Monster Hunter game. And I used it a lot back then, but in Monster Hunter 4, I used every weapon. I use every single weapon. The one that I use the least, and it's still the one I've used the least overall, is the light bowgun. That's the only one. But everything else, yeah, I've used it quite a bit. However, on Monster Hunter Rise, since everything is so expensive in order to like get weapons and armor and everything, yeah, I've been more conservative with the types of weapons that I pick up. So, but despite that, I have picked up a couple of weapons that I've used in the past, which are dual blades and greatsword. So I've started to use those again. I've been having a blast. Like I just really had this intense urge to just like use a greatsword again. You know, nice and simple, very powerful, and you don't have to think too hard when you use it. You know, it's great. So I've been using that, and then I picked up dual blades. I was like, well, you know what? It would be nice to have just that very fast and frenetic combat and the speed, you know, and just that sheer raw DPS that you get from dual blades. It would be really nice to be able to do that again. And plus, I love demon mode and archdemon mode. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna pick those up. So I've done that, and also in Sunbreak, aside from how I started Rise, to where I was like, well, I'm gonna main 4 weapons that I never really used that often, and it was Charge Blade, which Charge Blade was my main weapon, which you already know this. You know this from when we had played together in Rise. Yeah, Charge Blade was my main weapon, and the other main weapons were bow, gun lance, and a hunting horn. You know, all weapons that, you know, granted I didn't have like a whole lot of experience in, but you know, but I still knew enough about them to where it's like, well, I can learn more about them now. So I wanted to pick stuff that I didn't really have too much expertise with. And from Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Generations, yeah, I had picked up Sword and Shield as my main weapon. because Sword and Shield in Generations is freaking OD. Because, you know, the different oils and everything, which, well, since you don't know about Generations like that, just know that the oils are freaking amazing for Sword and Shield. And it definitely made me main it over Longsword, which is, that's my true main weapon. So, in Generations and Monster Hunter World, I took a break from Longsword, and yeah, it was nice using Sword and Shield. But by the end of Iceborne, that's when I was like, I am so fucking tired of Sword and Shield's stubby little range. Why is it so small? You know, like I was so sick of it. You know, and then like you can only do a certain amount of hunts before you fight against certain things that are really tall, and it just fucking aggravating when you can't hit them. I mean, sure, there's ways around it by jumping off ledges and doing, you know, backstep slashes and shit like that. That shit is cool, but just like, but the fact that I have to rely on that in order to actually hit a monster, especially for like the head or whatever, or the tail, it was so annoying. Like, it got to the point where I got so irritated during the Glavenus fight. I was like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I need to find something else. I need to find a different main weapon now. So yeah, for Rise, you know, that was the game plan. And yeah, and that's why I picked up Charge Blade. That seemed like the most natural progression. Cause I was like, well, it would be nice to keep that feel of Sword and Shield, but I need something that has you know, a lot more reach and a lot more. Well, see, I wasn't really worried about power, because Sword and Shield has plenty of power if you know how to use it right. You know, it has plenty of DPS if you use it right, and if you have the right build for it. But I just needed something with more reach. Something with more reach and something that felt fresh. So Charge Blade was the way. Now, people in Monster Hunter 4, they abused the shit out of Charge Blade in 4 because it was broken. Like, all you have to do is, like, if you had a team of 4 Charge Blades, you would nuke a monster, and shit, it would be some fucking baffling times if I'm not mistaken. Because all they had to do was just spam discharges on the monster and they would die. It was crazy. Now, of course, you know, I had used Charge Blade too, but it wasn't like my main weapon. I used everything in 4. But still, I do know what it was like, you know, using Charge Blade, and it felt like, man, damn, this weapon is strong as fuck. You know, and of course, over the games, they nerfed it, amongst other things. But anyway, so back to Charge Blade and everything. So, since I decided to pick up those 4 weapons, you know, Charge Blade, Bow, Hunter Horn, and Gun Lance, I was having a great time. The bow is now, that's definitely my main ranged weapon, and that's the only one that I want to use now. I used to main heavy bow gun as far as like ranged weapons, and I loved it, but the bow always felt more right to me, because I was like, well, I don't like the maintenance. I don't like the maintenance aspect of gunning weapons, and the bow is a lot simpler as far as like you know, like what you have to carry with you. And then plus you can also be right in the action as well, because you're at like close to mid-range when you're fighting. You can be kind of long range, but you know, arrows are at their max efficiency at about mid-range, or if you use close range coding, then it's close range. But anyway, yeah, I just tried to, you know, use some other stuff that I haven't really used that often, and I could have used light bow gun, but I was like, nah, I don't know. Like, no matter what, I just think that light bow gun is the one weapon that I would never main. And it's not like I don't like it. You know, it's a cool weapon. It's great for support. You know, I like having those types of teammates where they use light bow gun, but I couldn't see myself just, you know, using it all the time. If I want to gun something, I want to have some fucking firepower. And that's why I like heavy bow guns so much. But with bow, I can have a lot of mobility. I can have some pretty, you know, sick movement. I can have pretty powerful shots depending on what I use. So, it's the best of everything. And plus, no maintenance for real. So onto the whole thing of maintenance. So, for Sunbreak, I decided to go with Longsword. Yeah, I was like, you know what? I have to return to my main weapon. And I'm extremely happy that I did, because I feel at home again. You know, longsword has gotten a hell of a lot better over the years. You know, with with like generations. You know, having like the different styles and everything. They gave longsword some really cool stuff then, and then they really elevated it to a fucking amazing weapon. They actually elevated it to the weapon that it should have been the whole time. You know, because even though the longsword was like, even though it's a katana, it didn't really feel like a katana because it lacked like certain moves that a katana would actually be able to pull off, and they fixed that in Monster Hunter World, which is great. So they carried that over to Rise, and they can do some even more cool shit. So it's just everything is coming full circle now. So longsword is the main weapon. The bow is still a weapon that I'm using, and that's my second main weapon. And then, you know, and like I said, I picked up greatsword and dual blades. And so I dropped charge blade, I dropped gun lance, and I dropped hunting horn. Yeah, I've used them. I used all of those weapons like I think like hundreds of times at least, or something like that. Well, not hundreds, but like up to 100 or so. And with charge blade, it was like, it's a very cool weapon, but the main problem I had with it over time was that it's the maintenance factor, which, you know, that's the theme that I'm going to be sticking to throughout the rest of this. Maintenance is the main reason why I don't use like certain weapons. For charge blade, you have to keep up the files, you have to charge up the fucking files, and since you can't fill up 5 files with one charge, you have to do it twice. And then after that, you have to transition to the axe mode in order to do the discharges. And a lot of times the discharges miss because the monster happens to move at the last second. And also, the technical aspect of the charge blade, which are guard points, I don't hardly fucking use them. There's only like a couple that I knew, and even then it's like I barely use them. Now, I don't know if there's any charge blade users that actually bother using guard points all the time, but I sure as hell didn't. I spent a lot of time with it, and I did not bother really learning guard points like that. You know, and I can do some shit with charge blade, but it's like there's just so much shit that you have to keep track of. And so just the act of like having to charge up files all the time and having to have the perfect moment to hit a discharge, or if you just YOLO it, then you might miss. And it's just like, it just kind of breaks the immersion. It's like, well, fuck. So, and then another thing, the kit itself, like it has the basic strikes of like a sword and shield, and it also has the basic strikes of like a switch axe, but it's like it doesn't have too much of its own thing outside of like guard points and the fact that you charge up files and shit. So it kind of just made me like, yeah. You know, I really do like the weapon, but if it had like different types of strikes and everything, then it would be a lot cooler. You know, and plus if it had less maintenance. So now, the other thing I wanted to go back to was insect glade. So I had mentioned that in the beginning when I had went on this huge tangent. So insect glade, it's a spear, or a type of spear. It's a Najinata. You know, that's the type of weapon that it is. You know, and a Najinata is the same weapon that Guan Yu uses in Dynasty Warriors. You know, and plus Whitebeard from One Piece uses it. A lot of characters use Najinatas. But I'm just a person that thinks, I don't think I'm a spear person. I'm not a person that really likes spears like that. I mean, I do like spears, and spears are really cool, but it's not a weapon that's my type of affinity. I'm definitely more of a swordsman. You know, Inferno, he likes spears, but I don't know. It's like when I was thinking, I was like, you know what? Insect glade was really cool, but I don't really use it like that because, you know, again, maintenance. You know, you have to keep up extracts and everything. You also have to you also have to upgrade your Kinsect and all that. Even though they made that process a lot more streamlined now, it used to be hell back in the day, back in 4 Ultimate and everything. Yeah, you have to upgrade the Kensec separately from your glaive, and yeah, and you have to like get everything just right if you want a certain type of Kensec. That shit was maddening. Now it's worth it if you get everything right, but yeah, but it's just like just that I fell out of love with insect glaive. It's fun to use, but it's like shit. I don't want to have to deal all with this fucking shit before I have to go into a hunt. And plus, like I said, I'm not a person that really vibes with spears. I'm definitely more of a swordsman. So, and plus I like axes as well. Yeah, like if I had a secondary main weapon, then it would definitely be like an axe. And no, bow first, and then after that it'll probably be axe or something, or maybe chakrams or something like that. No, not chakrams. Well, yeah, actually yes, yeah, chakrams and dual blades or something like that, and then an axe. Yeah, axe will be like fourth. But anyway, yeah, it's just like I was just sitting here thinking, I was like, why don't I vibe with spears? Spears are really cool, and you can throw them. They're great at piercing attacks, and plus they have really long reach. I just don't get why I don't really vibe with them like that. And I was thinking to myself, like, now what if I were to pick up? What if I were a spear fighter, and not by choice, and then I actually end up being really good with the weapon? Because sometimes that can happen. That's happening in like certain anime where, like in Bleach, for instance. Some people, they may not like their weapon, but they're really good at fucking using it. And I wonder if that's the case with me. I wonder if I would be a good spear fighter. But I think I'm just naturally attuned to like swords, and other stuff. Like knives and all of that. Yeah, I just can't see myself as a spear fighter. So, anyway. For insect glaive, yeah, not a spear fighter, and the whole maintenance thing, and plus the fact that everything costs so much money. So I was also thinking, like, man, if I had the money, then I would probably use every weapon, like I used to. I used to use every single weapon, and it was fun as hell. That way I can just play whatever I feel like. But I just don't have the money like that. It's way too difficult to make large amounts of money without spending a lot of time on it. So if I had the income in order to actually do it for Monster Hunter, then shit, I would go ahead and get at least one weapon from each type, just for the hell of it, because I like the whole weapons master thing. I know that was a very long tangent. My apologies if that bored you or something. But yeah. In fact, hold on. Let me see what you said in the chat. Said the Beyblades and big sword. Oh yeah, of course. And he said cutting tails is rough with sword and shield. It is. Yeah, cutting the tail with sword and shield is just like, it's like, bro. Unless the monster is very short, then you're not gonna have a good time. Oh wait, I got sidetracked. I was making a list. I was making a list for all different characters. Let's see. S. Hibiki. Oh wait, hold up. Let's put. Yeah. Hibiki. Platinum. Coconut. Oh wait, Alberto, you still here, right? Or you might be typing something. Let's see, Coconut. Oh, okay, okay. Let's see. Who else do I really like? Let's see. Oh yeah, 9. I do like her. Oh yeah, and Lambda. Well, maybe I should play. Maybe I should play New instead. I don't know. I know that New is better. Maybe I should play New. Well, I can play both. Fuck it. Bro, I'm about to be at 8 characters right here. Let's see. Jen. Noel. Okay, I got 10 characters on the list. It's in game in general. Oh yeah, this one's sick. I like this one. Oh, actually, Alberto. Yeah, I mean, hell, you love Cosmos. So you're probably like either, New 13 or Lambda 11. Since they look like Cosmos. Oh no. Said too many options. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's always something to do. You know, hell, you can have a lot of fun just playing any character. Oh no! Alright, Izanami. I'll get you back. Oh wait, I can add Izanami to the list as well. Oh no. Yes. See? That's why sometimes it's good to be a zoner. Said solid choices. Thank you, Alberto. Let's go! Yeah, see, I really like her. Yeah, I don't care if, you know, 12 and 13 are better than her. I don't care. She's fun to play. There's actually a pro player for BLAZBLUE. Yeah, I saw him fight in a tournament, and yeah, he freaking beats the crap out of people with this character. Even though she's not that great, especially compared to the top tiers. Oh yeah, this dude puts in work, and plus he's from America as well. I forgot his name though, but yeah, he puts in work with this character. And see, this is why I could never understand people that only play top tier characters. It's like, look, you're only making yourself a slave to the meta, and you're also making yourself a slave because of your own choices. You're listening to other people, you know, like who's widely regarded as a top tier. So you're going to take that as your way of deciding who you play. Like, where's the fun in that? Like, what about a character you actually like? And you know what's sad, because a lot of people do this for fighting games. They play only the strongest characters because they want to win. You know, which is understandable. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But shit, what about having fun? What about picking a character that you actually vibe with? But see, not everybody that plays a top tier character, they're not a person that's a tier whore or whatever. Not everybody's like that. Some people just genuinely like the character. You know, like, there's Happy Chaos players that actually really like Happy Chaos. You know, in Strife, they just like the character. Which, I have no problem with that. I have no problem with people that like, you know, like Joker, Pikachu, Peach, Palutena, you know, like the top tiers in Smash. I don't care if people, you know, like playing those characters. If they actually like them, then great. But I just hate seeing when people just instantly drop a character once they get nerfed. It's like come on now. In fact, Sakaki, he actually gave me props because I was playing a certain character that had got nerfed. I think it was in Strife. Was it in Strife? Or was it something else? I don't know. But he was giving me props for playing a certain character, you know, after they had got nerfed. Oh, no, wait, no. It might have been DNF Duel. Might have been DNF Duel. And then, yeah, he was like, yeah, props to you for picking the character, you know, after they got nerfed. I'm just like, well, I just like them, you know. Now for this game, Izanami is definitely a top tier character. So the thing is, like, when I played her, she's fun. She has a lot of cool options, and I would play her. You know, 9 is also a top tier character, and I definitely like her. You know, she just has a lot of fun with all the spell mixing that she can do. So I like her for that aspect alone. Is that Ike in the first month? Oh yeah. And you know the crazy part, Ike is really fun. Like, he's a solid fundamentals character. I mean, hell, you can't go wrong playing Ike. The only thing about Ike is just like his recovery. You know, that's really like the main thing that's wrong with him. Now, of course, he's slow and everything, but shit, he can definitely kill. He got combos. Hell, he's solid. But yeah, I just think that he's fun to play. So yeah, the fact that people dropped him because they, you know, they saw that, oh well, yeah, we won't be able to do well with him anymore. It's like, Okay. Hey, that's on you. I'm still gonna play whoever. Yeah, and thinking about it, I think the characters that I tend to play are either the range is like you know, it's like low tier up to high tier. So it just so happens that I never really play any character that happens to be top tier. That's just the way it went. You know. Yeah, like I said before, it's not like I'm trying to avoid playing top tiers. It just, you know, whoever I resonate with, they just happen to be like either, you know, high tier or below. See, here's another top tier character, Carl. He can do a lot of fucking very degenerate stuff, and I've seen it. Like it is a fucking pain to block against him. I've seen a tournament play where somebody played this character. He can do some degenerate stuff, you know, when he's trying to make you block. You know, but there was a person that they was able to block all of his mix-ups, and people were just like, "How the fuck were you able to block that?" Because you know this character, he can make you block. You know, like you know, he has a bunch of left-right mix-ups. I think, you know, high-lows. You know, just a bunch of different shit that he can do. You know, because you know the way his moves work, and then all the pressure that he can put on you, it's like So he's not a character for me, but it's mainly because he's a puppet character. You know, like I said, cool concept, but yeah, not for me. You know, a bit too technical for my taste. In fact, let me play him just so I can illustrate my point. What color did I like with him? Was it this one? I think it was this one. Oh. Okay, so now of course I don't know how to play Carl, but just the stuff that he can do. Ow. Uh-oh. I'm dead. Yep. Let's see. Hold on. How you do his moves again? Oh yeah, that move. Down. You notice how the computer goes harder when I don't know how to play a certain character? The wheel of fate is turning. Leave it. One. Action. Damn it. Hold up. Uh-oh. Damn, I shouldn't have did that. No. How do I use this damn puppet? Wait, how do I get her back to me? Overhead. Let's see, what else can we do? Okay, you see this, Alberto? So you have to hold down drive in order to control the puppet, and then you have to do inputs in order to actually do stuff with it. Okay, so I showed off a few things. I do one more as him, then I'll play as another character. So yeah, you see, there's a lot of stuff that you have to learn. So yeah, just imagine somebody using him at the highest level. Sounds like BS. Oh, got a projectile too? Oh wow. Damn. So you see how I can be on two different sides, you know, because of the puppet. Yeah. So yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing with them, but yeah, you should be able to picture that you can do some really messed up stuff to people. Yeah, just block. Exactly. Exactly. I'm pretty sure that's what goes through a Carl player's minds. Yeah, just block, bro. So yeah, I don't really vibe with Carl. You know, not my type of character. Same thing with Relius here. Now, I think Relius is, I think he's probably more my speed. You know, if I were to actually, you know, play a puppet character, if Celica didn't exist. If Celica didn't exist, then maybe Relius would be cool. Cause let me play Relius real quick. I'm pretty sure he's still, I'm pretty sure he's still difficult too, but I think I like his moves better. He's at block where? Hey, they ain't pay money to block. They letting you know that right now. Okay, so you see this, Alberto? Damn. Yeah, hold up. How you do this stuff? Also, that's what that move is. Okay. Oh. Alright, hold up. So I can get... Oh, and by the way, that picture with the cat doing the electric wind guy fist, yeah, that's fucking amazing. What's next? Earth doing the electric to Jupiter. If you want to stand a fighting chance, you must learn that move. Okay, you see this? See, that shit is cool. And actually, he is simpler than Carl. I like that. Now, it's still the fact that he's a puppet character that is going to make it a little difficult, but I'll probably invest in learning something about him. He's cool. Oh, okay, so you see how the puppet grabbed him? So, I would imagine getting command grab from behind. Oh yeah. See, now this is a lot simpler. Not as simple as Celica, where the moves with her puppet are basically blended with hers. Like, you know, that's great. But you know what? Yeah, this is cool though. Vegeta did that shit on reaction. I fucking hate the AI. Yep, there we go. Punish the DP. Okay. Yeah, really, this is not that bad. Oh, hold up. Hold up. Hey, Daniel. Wait. Powerful single blow. I gotta wait until she's back up. Hold up. Wait, what? Bro. Oh. Ah, fuck Ruby. Oh, okay. There we go. Now I know a little combo. Oh, look at that. That was sick. All right.
少しおとなしくしている。
レディースリー
なるほど。今さらくら替えを所望というわけ。
戦闘準備をお願いします。
Okay, one more. Okay. So, Daniel, who you want to see? Name a character. Oh, Tawakaka? Okay. Oh yeah, so Danny, you have to look at the VOD. Well, I think there's 2 VODs. Yeah, you have to look at those if you want to know what happened. Plus, I was having a discussion with Alberto. I was talking about a lot of stuff too. Yeah, I was ranting and then I went on a long tangent about, you know, weapons and stuff. Uh-oh. There we go. Damn. Alright. One more. Wait, what? What the fuck? Is that a baseball? Oh, hold up. You threw a baseball, a hammer, and some other shit. Oh, wow. Alright, y'all. Well, this was a lot of fun. So, I don't know if I should play one more game or if I should play stuff on the Switch. I might play stuff on the Switch instead. So that'll be it for tonight. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. Sweet dreams.